film the big girl for you. Something seems to be going on in the pond. I don't know if mine are getting ready to spawn, but quite a lot of them seem to be swimming around with a bit of purpose. You can see that big one even when it goes right down in the water. And if it comes to the top. Some others coming over for a look. It's lovely, the fish much higher in the water today. Still the odd flick and flash. This is why I'm doing the ICP test. I'm really hoping it's something like aluminium or silicates, something that is fairly easy to deal with. If it turns out to be something else, then I don't know. This fish is just off the charts, isn't it? The video doesn't really show you how big it is. It's massive. I mean, that fish now swimming by it, the black, orange and white one, that's 1.5 feet. And so is this grey one. Everywhere I look, these fish just cruising, chilling near the surface. Horrible, isn't it? Welcome back. It's a bit later on Friday and I've fitted the auto feeder. Fish are all milling about near the top. And actually what you'll see is I've put it on like a wooden shelf and then put a post behind it, hammered into the ground and screwed the fish feeder screwed down onto the wooden shelf, and the wooden shelf is screwed to the post, and that's because of him. Just worried he might not get in the pond. It's really secure now. I think it holds roughly about 2 kilos of food, or certainly 2 kilos or so of the pellets I use. And the string is just to hold the hopper on, because the hopper can get knocked out of the bottom bit. That's just in case he sticks his nose over the top and sniffs at the hopper, he don't knock it in the pond. So hopefully this will stop me overfeeding. But the water clarity is pretty good at the minute. I'd say it has recovered from where it was Monday, Tuesday. I'm having to empty the collection tray every day now in the Screenmatic. It's collecting so much rubbish. And I've got flossing top on top of the shower that needs cleaning every day as well. So a couple of little daily jobs, but nothing too major. Anyway, catch you in the next clip. Well, good Saturday early evening. It's 5:35, and as soon as it's 5:36 on the auto feeder, it should start dropping food. I've calculated exactly when each portion and it should drop out. There it goes. And then here they come. They're quite on it at the moment, as you can see. So that was 15 grams of food. At the minute, you're getting 15 grams of food 6 times a day between 8 AM and 8 PM. I am half wondering if I should ramp it up to 8 times. Because they absolutely demolished that, and the big Yamabuki Goldie there was too late to the party. She hadn't had anything. So there you go, that's how the auto feeder works. And the water clarity is so much better from me using that these last couple of days, and sitting on my hands and not being tempted to throw in lots of food. Anyway, let me know what you think. Catch you in the next clip. Well, I know I said no other fish, but I've been following this fish on Coastal Koi's website for quite a while, and I went there today, and seeing it in person, I just had to get it. Hope you like it. Well, good Sunday evening, and sorry about the black bit at the end of the last clip. I don't really know what happened. I tried to edit the video with a new voiceover, but for some reason I got about 5 or 6 seconds of black at the end, and with the software I'm using, I couldn't work out how to get rid of it. Anyway, that wasn't a very long clip of the fish in the bowl, I'm afraid, but hopefully you got a reasonable look at it. Now, I gave my wife the task of naming it. Oop. And she's called it Mega because she says it was mega bucks. So there you go, Mega the shower, and he's just there doing very well, been eating, getting on all right with the other fish. Been really active today, all of them. It's not been overly hot, but it's been a nice sort of 22 degrees all day. So I'm guessing the pond's at about a similar temperature. There he is again. And then there's Goldie, the big Yamabuki. That fish is doing really well. And really happy. I have earmarked a few to potentially move on in the next week or so. More about that in a later clip. But for now, catch you in the next one. Good Tuesday evening. Welcome back to Martin's Koi Pond. The nets are drying. The inspection bowl is drying. And that's because I've moved on some fish. Now, I thought I might be in for some flack over my recent amount of purchases, but there was a plan in mind, and it was to move on more of the fish that were selected for me last year when we couldn't really go in the koi shops, rather than fish that I physically selected. There is one exception, and that's Bobby the Kahaku. Sorry, Koi Rod, but his colours were fading really bad, and against the Agata Kahaku steps and Claire, the bigger Kahaku, he just didn't make makeup muster, I'm afraid. So sorry you can't see much of the fish, but we get a funny light this time of night, and unless they're right on the surface, you can't see them, because there's been a bit of disturbance here with me having the net in, etc. They're a little bit down in the water this evening. I'm sort of keeping the camera low because I've been up to something else today. I fitted a bamboo screen. And the idea of this bamboo screen is to hide the Screenmatic pressure filter. I did toy with the idea of putting it round the front of the shower, but I think that would have looked as odd as it does with the shower in front of it. And actually I don't mind the shower, bizarrely. I think it's because it's got the waterfall at the bottom. I'll put that plant next to it. I've forgotten what the name of it is at the minute. And yeah, as you can see, all the filtration is screened off. Most of the electrics are screened off. You can just see the edge of it from my sitting position here, but you can still see the signs on the wall at the back there and up there. So, been a busy boy today. But as I say, the fish are a little bit down in the water at the minute, which is understandable. So, hope you like the screen. I like it, which is what matters the most. And pond is definitely heron proof now. So, oh, and the auto feeder is working a dream. It's going off 6 times a day between 8 AM and 8 PM, and they have to be quick because food gets eaten very quick. 15 grams isn't a lot of food, but at the minute I'm holding fire on ramping it up because I have the start of a little bit of blanket weed over in that far corner and on the skimmer. So I'm thinking of putting in a dose of algazin tonight, and that should put paid to the start of the blanket weed and stop me getting any more. So very good product. I used it last year, and you had to use it once. It does say you should repeat after 7 days, but I didn't find the need to. So that being said, that's probably the end of this week's video. We're down to 17 fish in the pond now, which is a more reasonable number. And of those 17 fish, 5 fish, I believe, are under 15 centimetres long. So, quite a lot of small fish. So, look after your ponds, and I'll catch you in the next one.